The first time I saw her, she was just another horse in the pasture, chestnut coat gleaming in the morning sun, mane dancing in the gentle breeze. Nothing special, or so I thought. My uncle had bought her at auction for a steal, claiming she was spooky, and that's why no one wanted her. Being the resident horse whisperer of Cedar Creek Ranch, I was tasked with gentling her. "Alex, this one's different," Uncle Jack warned as we leaned against the fence, watching her trot around the enclosure with unusual grace. Previous owners said she wouldn't let anyone ride her. Got weird around technology too, spooked at phones, cameras, anything electronic. I shrugged, popping another sunflower seed in my mouth. They all have their quirks. Give me 2 weeks. 2 weeks. If I'd known what was coming, I would have asked for 2 lifetimes. The mare, I called her Stella for the peculiar star-shaped marking between her eyes, was indeed unusual. She wouldn't spook like normal horses. Instead, she'd go completely still, eyes fixed on you with an intelligence that felt unsettling. Like she was reading you, analyzing your every move. And those eyes, sometimes in certain light, I could swear they had a bluish glow to them. On day 5 of our training, something extraordinary happened. I was alone in the barn with Stella, brushing her mane, when the old radio on the shelf caught a strange frequency. Static crackled through the speakers, forming patterns that sounded almost like language. Stella's ears perked up immediately. Her whole body tensed. Then she turned to look at me, and I dropped the brush. Her eyes were definitely glowing now, a bright, electric blue that illuminated the dimly lit stable. The radio static grew louder, more organized, and Stella stomped her hoof 3 times in perfect rhythm with the sounds. "What the hell?" I whispered, backing away. That's when I heard it, not with my ears, but inside my head. A voice, feminine but layered with harmonics no human could produce. Asterisk, Defender Alex Taylor of Earth, I require your assistance. Asterisk, I tripped over a bucket and fell hard onto the straw-covered floor. Who said that? Asterisk, I did. Asterisk, Stella stepped toward me, her movements suddenly different. More deliberate, almost mechanical? Asterisk, my true name is unpronounceable in your language. Stellar luminance is the closest approximation. This is living. In my head. I scrambled backward until I hit the wall. Horses don't talk. I am not a horse, the voice continued as Stella's form began to shimmer slightly, like heat waves rising from hot asphalt. Asterisk, this biological envelope is merely a convenient disguise. Asterisk, the air around Stella rippled, and for just a moment, so brief I nearly convinced myself I'd imagined it, I saw something else superimposed over her equine form. Something bipedal but not human, with iridescent skin and multiple limbs arranged in impossible configurations. What are you? My voice cracked. Asterisk, I am the crown princess of the 7th Arcturian fleet. And I am being hunted. Asterisk, that night changed everything. Stella, or Stellar Luminance, told me her story as we sat under the stars behind the barn. How her royal transport had been ambushed by a rival faction, forcing her to flee to the nearest habitable planet. How her technology had allowed her to assume the form of Earth's indigenous species to blend in while her emergency beacon summoned help. Why me? I asked, still struggling to process that I was having a conversation with an alien disguised as a horse. Why reveal yourself now? Because they have found me, she replied, her mental voice carrying a weight of fear I never expected to hear from royalty, alien or otherwise. Asterisk, the hunters. They landed yesterday. And they will destroy anything and anyone between them and me. Asterisk, as if on cue, a shooting star blazed across the night sky, except it was moving too slowly and in the wrong direction. Is that? No, Stella replied, her horse form trembling slightly. Asterisk, that is my rescue. The light you see is from their deceleration burn as they enter your atmosphere. Asterisk, she turned those glowing eyes toward me. Asterisk, the hunters will have detected it too. They will come tonight. Asterisk, what can I do? I asked, suddenly aware of how woefully unprepared humanity was for this kind of situation. I'm just a ranch hand. You are more, she insisted. Asterisk, in the 5 rotations I've observed you, I've noted exceptional neural patterns. You possess what my people call the resonant mind, rare even among us. It allows you to hear me when others cannot. Asterisk, a distant rumble made the ground beneath us vibrate slightly. From the direction of town, a strange green light pulsed on the horizon. Asterisk, they're here. Asterisk, Stellar's voice was tight with fear. Asterisk, I must ask something impossible of you, Alex Taylor. I need you to help me reach my people before the hunters find us. If they capture me, they will use my genetic template to bypass our planetary defenses. Billions will die. Asterisk, the green light pulsed again, closer this time. In the ranch house, lights were coming on. I could hear Uncle Jack calling my name. Asterisk, will you help me? Asterisk, I looked at this creature, this alien princess disguised as a horse, and made the decision that would thrust me into an interstellar conflict I never asked for. What do we do first? Behind us, the sound of engines approached, too smooth and quiet to be any vehicle from Earth. Stellar's eyes locked with mine, her alien presence suddenly overwhelming in my mind. Asterisk, now, Alex Taylor of Earth, we run. Asterisk, the word run had barely registered in my mind when Stellar bolted toward the tree line behind the pasture. I sprinted after her, my boots kicking up dirt and my heart hammering against my ribs. The strange engines grew louder, and a spotlight swept across the field behind us. Where are we going? I gasped as we reached the cover of pine trees. Asterisk, my emergency cache. Asterisk, Stellar replied, navigating the forest with impossible surety despite the darkness. Asterisk, when I crashed, I separated vital components of my technology to prevent detection. We need them now. Asterisk, branches whipped at my face as I struggled to keep pace. In the distance, I heard Uncle Jack's voice calling my name, followed by unfamiliar voices speaking in clipped, harsh tones. My stomach twisted. The hunters were already at the ranch. My uncle, they'll hurt him, I panted. Asterisk, they will question, not harm, asterisk, Stellar assured me. Asterisk, they need to maintain cover. Their mission parameters require stealth until I am secured. Asterisk, we emerged into a small clearing where a stream cut through the forest floor. Stellar stopped abruptly, her hooves pawing at the ground near a large boulder. Asterisk, here. Beneath this stone. Asterisk, you expect me to move that? The boulder was easily 4 feet across. Asterisk, it's lighter than it appears. An optical camouflage. Asterisk, skeptical but trusting her, I pressed my hands against the cool surface. To my shock, the massive rock shifted easily, revealing a small pit beneath. Inside lay what looked like pieces of metallic jewelry, a collar, a bracelet, and something that resembled a circlet. Asterisk, my emergency kit, asterisk, Stellar explained. Asterisk, the neural interface, defense module, and communication. An array. Asterisk, I gathered the items, which felt strangely warm to the touch. What do we do with these? I need you to place the circlet on my head between my ears, she instructed. Asterisk, it will allow me to access my true capabilities without fully revealing my form. Asterisk, as I carefully positioned the silver-blue metal band between her ears, it seemed to melt and reform, securing itself perfectly to her equine skull. Immediately, the star marking on her forehead brightened, casting blue light across the clearing. Asterisk, now the collar. Asterisk, I fastened the collar around her neck, and it too seemed to merge with her form. A subtle ripple passed through her entire body, like a wave moving beneath her coat. Asterisk, the defense module for you, asterisk, she said, nodding toward the bracelet. Asterisk, it will protect you and allow us to communicate even at distance. Asterisk, the moment I slipped it onto my wrist, the metal constricted to fit perfectly, and warmth spread up my arm. My vision sharpened suddenly. I could see clearly in the dark forest as if it were twilight. Asterisk, Alex, there isn't time to explain everything. Asterisk, Stellar's voice was clearer now, more present in my mind. Asterisk, my people, the Arcturians, have been observing Earth for centuries. We are part of a galactic coalition that protects developing worlds. Asterisk, from what? From species like the hunters. The Vex Collective harvests genetic material from sentient beings to enhance their own capabilities. They are particularly interested in royal bloodlines like mine because we carry ancestral memories and abilities that they cannot replicate artificially. A distant crash echoed through the trees, followed by the sound of engines growing closer. They're tracking the energy signature, Stellar said, her ears flattening. We need to move. Where to? There's a formation of unusual rocks 50 miles north of here, what your people call the Quantum Ridge. It's not a natural formation, but an ancient emergency outpost left by my ancestors. If we can reach it, I can send a focused distress signal to my rescue vessel. 50 miles? That's at least a day's journey on foot or hoof. Not necessarily. Before my eyes, Stella's form rippled again, more dramatically this time. Her chestnut coat took on a metallic sheen, and her muscles seemed to reconfigure beneath her skin. Even her size changed slightly, becoming leaner, more aerodynamic. I can't fully transform without revealing myself to their sensors, but I can enhance this biological envelope. I can carry you, but it will be intense. The sound of vehicles crashing through underbrush grew closer. Flashlight beams swept between trees. I don't think we have much choice, I said, grabbing a handful of Stellar's mane to pull myself onto her back. The moment I settled, I knew this would be like no horseback ride I'd ever experienced. Her body hummed with energy beneath me, muscles coiled like springs. Hold tight to my mane. Do not let go, no matter what you see or feel. She exploded forward with impossible speed, the forest blurring around us. Trees that should have blocked our path seemed to bend away at the last second. Where her hooves struck the ground, faint blue light pulsed outward. The bracelet on my wrist grew warmer, and somehow I knew it was protecting me from the G-forces that should have thrown me off her back. Behind us, engines revved and strange energy weapons discharged, filling the air with the smell of ozone. A bolt of greenish light struck a tree to our right, instantly reducing it to ash. They're using Category 3 weapons in an uncleared zone. Stellar's voice was tight with alarm. This violates every treaty. They're desperate. Or scared, I suggested, ducking low against her neck as we leaped over a fallen log. You must be really important. It's not me they fear, but what I know. Even in my mind, her voice had grown quieter, more somber. I was on a diplomatic mission when I was attacked. I discovered something. A conspiracy that reaches into the highest levels of the coalition. If I don't return with this information, your world and countless others will be in danger. The forest thinned, and suddenly we were racing across open farmland, silver moonlight washing over endless corn fields. In the distance, I could see the silhouette of Quantum Ridge rising against the night sky. Alex. Stellar's voice softened. I'm sorry to have involved you in this. You have shown exceptional courage for a species so young in the cosmic scale. I was about to respond when the night sky above us lit up with emerald fire. A craft unlike anything I'd ever seen screamed overhead, banking sharply to circle back toward us. Stellar's thoughts brushed against mine, filled with determination and a flicker of fear. The real hunt begins now. The alien craft banked hard, its emerald lights cutting through the darkness as it circled back toward us. I pressed myself flat against Stellar's neck, her mane whipping against my face as she pushed herself to impossible speeds. Can you outrun that thing? I shouted, my words torn away by the wind. Not indefinitely, she replied, her mental voice strained. Their scout vessels sacrifice weaponry for speed. But they're calling for reinforcements. The cornfields blurred beneath us. Every time Stellar's hooves touched the ground, they seemed to barely make contact before pushing off again. The bracelet on my wrist pulsed with warmth, somehow keeping me secured to her back despite physics insisting I should have been thrown off miles ago. The craft swooped low, and a spotlight locked onto us. A strange humming filled the air, making my teeth vibrate. Asterisk, tractor beam, asterisk, Stellar warned. Asterisk, hold on. Asterisk, she veered sharply to the right, cutting through a drainage ditch and up into a stand of trees. The maneuver broke the beam's lock, but I could hear the craft adjusting course behind us. The ridge is still miles away, I gasped. We'll never make it with that thing on our tail. Asterisk, we don't need to outrun it. We just need to complicate its tracking. Asterisk, Stellar's thoughts brushed against mine, sharing a plan rather than explaining it. Asterisk, there's a human structure ahead, a farm with many metal machines. The interference will help. Asterisk, within minutes, we burst into a farmyard filled with tractors, combines, and steel grain silos. Stellar slowed just enough to navigate between the equipment, the pursuing craft momentarily lost behind the large metal structures. Asterisk, now. Asterisk, she commanded, skidding to a halt beside a tractor. Asterisk, remove my neural interface, quickly. Asterisk, what? Won't that? Asterisk, trust me, Alex. Asterisk, I reached up and pulled the circlet from between her ears. Immediately, her glow dimmed, and she seemed to become just a horse again. Asterisk, put it on the tractor. Then back away. Asterisk, I did as she asked, securing the alien device to the tractor's frame. The metal seemed to bond with the Earth machine instantly. Asterisk, get behind the silo. Now. Asterisk, I sprinted for cover just as the alien craft appeared overhead. Its spotlight swept the farmyard, then locked onto the tractor. The energy signature from the neural interface was creating a perfect decoy. A beam of green energy shot down the craft, enveloping the tractor. To my horror, the farm machine began to rise into the air, caught in what must have been some kind of tractor beam. Asterisk, run. Asterisk, Stellar nudged me hard from behind, now appearing as nothing more than an ordinary mare in the darkness. We slipped away while the hunters were distracted, making our escape through the opposite side of the farm. Your interface, asterisk, a necessary sacrifice, asterisk, she replied, her voice fainter in my mind without the technology. Asterisk, but the connection remains through your bracelet. It's enough. Asterisk, we pushed on through the night, staying under tree cover whenever possible. My legs and back ached from riding bareback at such speeds, but fear kept me alert. In the distance behind us, we occasionally heard the alien engines or saw flashes of green light as they searched the wrong areas. Dawn was breaking when we finally reached the base of Quantum Ridge, a strange formation of towering stones arranged in patterns too regular to be natural. In the growing light, I could see markings on them that resembled circuitry. What now? I asked, sliding from Stellar's back on legs that felt like jelly. Asterisk, we need to activate the outpost. Asterisk, she approached the central stone, which stood at least 20 feet tall. Asterisk, place your hand with the bracelet against the largest marking. Asterisk, the stone felt oddly warm beneath my palm. The moment the bracelet touched it, blue light raced along the circuit-like patterns, spreading from one stone to the next until the entire formation glowed with power. A deep humming rose from beneath our feet, and the ground began to shift. Centuries of dirt and vegetation fell away as a platform emerged from below, revealing a small structure that looked like a blend of temple and spacecraft. Asterisk, the emergency outpost. Asterisk, Stellar explained, stepping forward. Asterisk, built 10,000 years ago when my people first catalogued your world. Asterisk, we entered through an archway that opened at our approach. Inside, the air felt different, cleaner, somehow humming with energy. Strange consoles lined the walls, lighting up as we passed. Asterisk, I need to send the distress signal and transmit what I know about the conspiracy. Asterisk, she approached what appeared to be the central console, her form beginning to shimmer and change more dramatically than before. I watched in awe as her equine shape became translucent, revealing glimpses of her true form within, a being of light and iridescent patterns, with multiple slender limbs and what might have been wings. A sudden explosion rocked the outpost, sending me sprawling to the floor. Alarms blared, and red light flooded the chamber. Asterisk, they found us. Asterisk, Stellar's voice was urgent in my mind. Asterisk, Alex, I need your help one more time. Asterisk, through the open doorway, I could see 3 alien craft descending around the ridge, Figures in sleek armor were emerging, carrying weapons that pulsed with the same green energy we'd seen before. "What can I do?" I asked, picking myself up. "I'm just a human." That's exactly why you can help. The Vex have developed countermeasures for my people's technology, but they know little about humans. Your bracelet has been analyzing you, adapting to your neural patterns. She guided me to a crystalline structure in the center of the room. Place your hand here. Your uniquely human thoughts will create an encryption they cannot break. Another explosion hit, closer this time. The outpost shuddered, and part of the ceiling collapsed. They're using planetary bombardment weapons. Stellar's voice was tight with alarm. This violates every covenant of the Coalition. They truly are desperate to stop this information from reaching my people. I placed my hand on the crystal as instructed. Immediately, my mind filled with images and knowledge beyond anything I could comprehend: star maps, coalition politics, evidence of betrayals at the highest levels, and a plan that would sacrifice Earth and dozens of other developing worlds. The crystal pulsed with light that synced to my heartbeat. Outside, I could hear the hunters approaching, their strange language harsh and urgent. It's working, Stellar said, her form now barely maintaining any equine features. The signal is being broadcast through channels they cannot trace. The wall beside us exploded inward. Through the smoke and debris, I could see the hunters, tall, angular beings in armor that seemed to shift and flow like liquid metal. Their helmets had no visible eyes, just smooth reflective surfaces that somehow conveyed menace. The lead hunter raised its weapon, pointing it directly at Stellar. Alex? Her voice was suddenly calm in my mind. Whatever happens next, know that you have helped save not just your world, but countless others. The crystal beneath my hand grew hot, almost burning, as it channeled more energy. The hunters advanced step by step. Outside, through the gaps in the walls, I could see a new light in the sky, different from the hunter's craft, a brilliant blue-white star descending rapidly. "Is that, my people?" Stellar confirmed. But they won't reach us in time. The lead hunter was only feet away now, weapon humming with deadly energy. I stood my ground between it and Stellar, hands still pressed to the crystal, knowing I was no match for their technology but unwilling to abandon her. The hunter spoke, its voice translated through some mechanism in its suit. "Step aside, human. This does not concern your kind." "That's where you're wrong," I replied, surprised by the steadiness in my voice. "She came to me for help. That makes it my concern." The hunter's weapon began to glow brighter. Behind me, Stellar's form shifted again, her true self breaking through the equine disguise as she gathered what power she had left. Alex? Her voice was barely a whisper in my mind now. The final protocol requires both of us. When I give the signal, push your thoughts into the crystal, everything you are, everything you feel. They don't understand human emotion. It will create a barrier they cannot penetrate. The hunter took another step forward. Above us, the ceiling began to crack as the outpost's ancient structure failed under the bombardment. Now, Alex. I closed my eyes and poured everything into the crystal. My fear, my determination, my anger at these beings who threatened not just Stellar but my world. And something else I hadn't expected. A fierce protectiveness for this alien princess who had trusted me with her life. The crystal flared with blinding light. The hunters staggered back. Stellar's true form fully emerged, radiant and terrifying in its alien beauty. And then the world around us seemed to tear apart. The world snapped back into focus with a deafening crack. The blinding light from the crystal had created some kind of energy field that pushed the hunters back, their armor sparking with blue electricity where the wave had hit them. But instead of retreating, they seemed to recalibrate, adjusting dials on their suits as their weapons hummed back to life. "Impressive," the lead hunter said, its voice now sounding almost amused beneath the mechanical translation. "The princess has taught you No, but this changes nothing." I felt something shift behind me, Stellar's energy signature flaring like a supernova. Her voice, when it came, was no longer just in my mind but resonating throughout the chamber. Asterisk, you have violated coalition law by using banned weapons on a protected world. Asterisk, she declared, her true form now fully visible. A being of light and crystalline structures, vaguely humanoid but with multiple limbs that seemed to exist in more dimensions than I could perceive. Asterisk, surrender now and face judgment. Asterisk, the lead hunter tilted its featureless helmet. There will be no judgment, Your Highness. Not when the coalition learns what your family has hidden for generations. This seemed to catch Stellar off guard. Asterisk, what are you talking about? Asterisk, show her. The hunter commanded one of its companions, who projected a hologram into the space between us. The image showed what appeared to be ancient ruins, not on Earth, but somewhere with twin suns and purple vegetation. The ruins bore markings similar to those on the outpost stones, but these were damaged, blackened as if by weapons fire. These are the remains of the Calderan civilization, the hunter explained. Wiped out 8,000 years ago. Your ancestors claimed it was a natural extinction event, but our archaeologists found evidence of Arcturian energy signatures in the destruction layer. Stellar's light dimmed momentarily. Asterisk, that's impossible. My people are protectors, not destroyers. Asterisk, are they? The hunter stepped forward again. Or is that just what the royal family has claimed while hiding their empire building? We found the truth in the coalition archives. Files your own mother sealed. The Arcturians have been eliminating potential rivals and claiming their territories for millennia. I glanced at Stellar, whose form seemed to flicker with uncertainty. Don't listen to them, I urged. They're trying to confuse you. But doubt had crept into her mental voice when she responded privately to me. Asterisk, these images, they match descriptions in our restricted historical archives. Things I wasn't permitted to access until my coronation. Asterisk, the hunter pressed its advantage. You didn't know, did you, princess? Your own family kept you ignorant. The signal you're so desperate to send doesn't contain information about a conspiracy against developing worlds. It contains evidence of your family's crimes that would tear the coalition apart. The outpost trembled again as more explosions rocked the ridge outside. Through the damaged walls, I could see the blue-white light of Stellar's rescue ship growing closer, engaged in combat with the hunter's vessels. Why should I believe you? I challenged the hunter. You've been trying to kill us since you arrived. Capture, not kill, it corrected. The princess is too valuable to eliminate. And we haven't harmed any humans. We even left your uncle unharmed when we questioned him. This caught me off guard. They were telling the truth about Uncle Jack, at least. The hunter extended a hand toward Stellar. Princess, the Vex Collective doesn't want war with the Arcturians. We want reform. The coalition has been built on lies for too long. Join us, help us expose the truth, and together we can create a more honest alliance. For a terrible moment, I felt Stellar's resolve waver. The crystal beneath my hand pulsed erratically as her concentration fragmented. Then, from outside, a new sound cut through the chaos. A high-pitched whine that made all the hunters snap to attention. Their leader barked orders in their native tongue, and suddenly they were retreating toward the entrance. Asterisk, Arcturian Royal Guard protocols. Asterisk, Stellar explained, her mental voice steadying. Asterisk, that sound means they've deployed elite forces. The hunters know they're outmatched. Asterisk, but instead of leaving, the lead hunter turned back to us. You think this is over? Your royal guard may save you today, but once we release what we've found, your kingdom will collapse from within. It raised its weapon again, not at Stellar but at the crystal I was touching. And no evidence will reach your people. The weapon discharged. I tried to pull away, but my hand seemed fused to the crystal's surface. I braced for pain, for death, but instead, the green energy beam struck the hunter square in the chest, knocking it backward through the damaged wall. Standing in the doorway was Uncle Jack, holding what looked like one of the hunter's own weapons. Alex, he shouted, his face streaked with dirt and blood. You okay, kid? Uncle Jack? How did you... Later, he interrupted, firing again as more hunters appeared behind him. Whatever you're doing, finish it fast. Uncle Jack wasn't alone. Behind him stood several ranch hands and neighbors, all armed with a mixture of alien weapons and Earth firearms. The whole town's fighting back, he explained between shots. These bastards aren't the only ones who can form a resistance. Stellar's light brightened with renewed determination. Alex, the crystal is charged enough. We need to complete the transmission before my rescue ship engages its temporal shields. I refocused on the crystal, but doubt now clouded my thoughts. Stellar, what if they were telling the truth? About your family, about what's in the archives? Her true form shifted closer, one of her ethereal limbs touching my shoulder. The sensation was like electricity and silk combined. I don't know, she admitted. But I know this, I've seen the Vex plans with my own eyes. Whatever my ancestors may or may not have done, the Vex intend to harvest developing worlds now. Your world, Alex. We must stop that first. Then I will face whatever truth awaits in our history. A deafening explosion rocked the outpost as a massive blue-white craft descended directly overhead, its energy weapons firing precision strikes at the hunter vessels. The air crackled with power as a beam of light shot from the craft, cutting through the ceiling and bathing Stellar in its glow. My extraction, she explained. Alex, you must decide now. Complete the transmission or destroy the crystal. I cannot, will not, force your hand. Uncle Jack fired another shot, then called out, whatever you're going to do it fast. Those things are regrouping. I looked from Stellar to the hunters, from the crystal to the evidence they'd shown. In that moment, understanding hit me like a physical blow. There were no simple answers here, no clearly defined heroes and villains. Just different species with different agendas, all convinced they were right. But Earth was my home. And whatever Stellar's ancestors might have done, she had risked everything to protect it. I'm sending it, I decided, pressing my palm firmly against the crystal. The crystal flared one final time, and I felt rather than saw the transmission complete, knowledge flowing outward in waves that somehow bypassed conventional space. The hunters howled in fury, redoubling their attack. The beam of light from Stellar's ship intensified, beginning to pull her upward. But instead of ascending, she broke free of the beam and drifted back to me. I'm not leaving yet, she declared, both to me and seemingly to whoever controlled the ship above. There's something else here. Something the hunters wanted badly enough to risk everything. She gestured toward a section of the outpost wall that had remained undamaged. At her command, the wall shifted, revealing a hidden chamber behind. Inside was a single pedestal holding what looked like an ancient star chart made of living light. The Nexus map. She breathed, her mental voice filled with awe. We thought it was lost millennia ago. It shows the locations of all worlds with sentient life, including those unknown to the Coalition. The lead hunter, wounded but still moving, lunged toward the chamber. It belongs to all species, not just the Arcturians. Uncle Jack fired again, missing the hunter but hitting the pedestal. The map flickered, its light beginning to fade. No. Both Stellar and the hunter cried in unison. The map collapsed in on itself, but instead of disappearing, it shot toward me like a living thing, wrapping around the bracelet on my wrist. Pain lanced up my arm as the ancient knowledge burned itself into the device, and into me my vision filled with stars, planets, civilizations, billions of lives across countless worlds, all suddenly connected in my mind. I fell to my knees as the information overwhelmed me that Stellar's light enveloped me, somehow filtering and organizing the flood of data before it could shatter my consciousness. Alex. Her voice seemed to come from very far away. Alex, stay with me. The extraction beam intensified, now encompassing us both. The hunters fired desperately at us, their weapons barely penetrating the light. What's happening to me? I gasped as we began to rise toward the ship. The Nexus map has bonded with you, Stellar replied, her tone mixing wonder and concern. It's never joined with a human before. You've become something unprecedented in coalition history. Asterisk below us, Uncle Jack and the others retreated from the outpost as the hunters gave chase. The ship's defenses kept them at bay, but I could see more hunter vessels approaching on the horizon. We can't leave them. I struggled against the pull of the beam. Asterisk, we won't, asterisk Stellar promised. Asterisk, but first we need to understand what you've become. The map chose you, Alex. And that changes everything. Asterisk as we rose into her ship, I caught one last glimpse of Earth below. The farmlands, forests, and small towns where I'd spent my entire life, now seeming impossibly small and fragile. Yet in my mind, I could feel the connections between this world and countless others, a web of life spanning the galaxy. The lead hunter's final words echoed up to us. This isn't over, human. The truth cannot be buried again. The ship's hull closed beneath us, cutting off the view. Stellar's true form hovered before me, more alien and beautiful than I could comprehend. Around us, her crew, beings of similar composition but less radiant, worked at stations that seemed grown rather than built. Asterisk, you're right. Asterisk, I told the hunter silently, though it could no longer hear me. Asterisk, this isn't over. It's just beginning. Asterisk, Stellar's consciousness brushed against mine, quiet concern in her thoughts. Asterisk, the map is still stabilizing within you. Rest now. Asterisk, and then what? I asked as the enormity of my situation finally hit me. I was leaving Earth, carrying an ancient alien artifact that two powerful species were willing to go to war over. Her light dimmed to a gentle glow, one that reminded me of sunset over Uncle Jack's pasture. Asterisk, and then, Alex Taylor of Earth, we find the truth, whatever it may be. Asterisk, I don't know how long I slept aboard the Arcturian vessel. When I finally opened my eyes, I found myself in a chamber that seemed alive, walls pulsing with subtle light, the air itself feeling somehow nourishing as I breathed. My arm no longer burned where the Nexus map had bonded with the bracelet. Instead, the device had transformed, becoming like a second skin of iridescent metal that wrapped from my wrist halfway to my elbow. Stellar hovered nearby, her true form slightly dimmed as if conserving energy. When she sensed I was awake, her light brightened. Asterisk, welcome back. Asterisk, her voice echoed in my mind. Asterisk, how do you feel? Asterisk, I sat up slowly, surprised at how good I felt despite everything. Like I should be a lot more freaked out than I am. How long was I out? Asterisk, 3 of your Earth days. We've been in high orbit, cloaked from detection while you stabilized. Asterisk, 3 days? I swung my legs off what I now realized was some kind of medical platform. What about Uncle Jack and the others? The hunters, asterisk, they're safe for now, asterisk, she assured me. Asterisk, we've been monitoring communications. The hunters withdrew after we escaped with the map. They've established a perimeter around Cedar Creek but haven't harmed any humans. Asterisk, I looked down at my transformed arm. Beneath the metallic surface, I could see patterns of light that reminded me of star charts, constantly shifting and realigning. What's happening to me? Stellar moved closer, her form condensing slightly to appear more humanoid, though still composed of light and crystalline structures. Asterisk, the Nexus map is integrating with your neural pathways. It's chosen you as its guardian, something that hasn't happened in over 15,000 years. Asterisk, why me? I'm nobody, just a ranch hand from Cedar Creek. Asterisk, that's precisely why. The map seeks balance in its guardians, beings who understand connection to land, to home, but who can also adapt to new knowledge. Your actions at the outpost proved you capable of both. Asterisk, one of the vessel's walls dissolved, revealing a viewport that looked down on Earth, that familiar blue marble hanging in the blackness of space. My heart ached at the sight. So what now? The hunters said your family has been hiding crimes against other species. That transmission I sent, could it harm the coalition? Stellar's light fluctuated, her equivalent of a sigh. Asterisk, I've been reviewing our ship's archives while you recovered. There is evidence supporting some of the hunters' claims. Not genocide, but my ancestors did intervene in developing worlds more often than our laws permitted. Sometimes those interventions had catastrophic unintended consequences. She gestured, and holographic images appeared between us, ancient battles, planets with atmospheres on fire, civilizations collapsing. The royal family believed they were protecting the greater good by keeping these incidents classified. But secrets have a way of poisoning everything they touch. I touched one of the images with my normal hand, watching it ripple around my fingers. And the Vex? Were they telling the truth about wanting reform? Partially, Stellar admitted. The Vex do want to expose these secrets. But they also want to use the resulting chaos to establish themselves as the new dominant power within the coalition. And their methods, genetic harvesting, forced evolution, are as cruel as anything my ancestors did. I looked back at Earth. And now my world is caught in the middle. Stellar's light pulsed with determination. Not if we can prevent it. A subtle vibration ran through the ship, and Stellar's attention shifted. We've received a transmission from the royal flagship. My mother, the Queen, has arrived in your solar system with the defense fleet. She didn't sound entirely pleased by this news. Before I could ask why, the chamber's entrance dissolved, and another Arcturian entered, larger than Stellar, their light a deeper blue with gold undertones, their crystalline structures more elaborate. Mother. Stellar acknowledged with what felt like the Arcturian equivalent of a bow. The Queen's consciousness brushed against mine, vast and ancient and cold in a way Stellar's never was. So this is the human who bonded with the Nexus map. Unexpected, but perhaps useful. I didn't like the way she said, useful, but I stood my ground. Your Majesty, I said, guessing at the proper address. I'm Alex Taylor. The Queen barely acknowledged my introduction. Daughter. Preparations are complete. The Vex vessels have been contained, and we're ready to extract you. The human will remain here for study until the map can be safely removed. Removed? I echoed, alarm rising in my chest. What happens to me if you remove it? The Queen's light flickered dismissively. The process has risks, but the map belongs in the royal archives, not bonded to a species barely beyond planetary travel. Stellar moved between us. Mother, the map chose him. You know the ancient laws as well as I do. The map cannot be taken, only given freely. Laws can be reinterpreted in times of crisis, the Queen countered. The coalition is fracturing. The Vex have broadcast their accusations to 17 systems. We must secure the map before others try to claim it. I looked from Stellar to her mother, understanding dawning. You're not here to protect Earth. You're here to cover up the evidence, just like your ancestors did. The Queen's light flared dangerously. You understand nothing, human. We have guarded countless worlds for millennia. Sometimes difficult choices must be made for the greater good. Like wiping out the Caldarans? I challenged. The temperature in the chamber seemed to drop. The Queen turned to Stellar. You've shared classified information with this creature? He saw the hunter's evidence, Stellar replied. And I've confirmed enough in our archives to know they weren't entirely wrong. Mother, we cannot continue hiding these truths. The coalition deserves to know its real history, both our mistakes and our achievements. Naive child, the Queen's voice was cold. The coalition exists because we maintain the necessary illusions of perfect guardianship. Remove those illusions, and thousands of worlds will fall into chaos and war. The ship shuddered as if struck by something external. Alarms sounded throughout the vessel. The Vex. The Queen announced, unsurprised. Right on schedule. You knew they were coming? I asked. Of course. They want the map as badly as we want to protect it. This confrontation was inevitable. The viewport changed to show dozens of Vex ships emerging from what looked like tears in space itself, engaging with the much larger Arcturian fleet. The battle was spectacular and terrifying, energy weapons cutting through the darkness, ships maneuvering at impossible speeds. All those people, I murmured. They're dying because of this power struggle. Not just them, came a voice from behind us. A human voice that I spun around to find Uncle Jack standing in another doorway that had just appeared, flanked by 2 Arcturian guards. He looked exhausted but unharmed. Uncle Jack? How did you get here? The Queen's people picked me up yesterday, he explained, stepping into the chamber. Said they needed me to convince you to cooperate. He gave the Queen a disgusted look, though they weren't exactly forthcoming about the details. The Queen's light dimmed slightly. Asterisk, a precautionary measure. Asterisk, Stellar moved toward Uncle Jack. Asterisk, are you unharmed? Asterisk, I'm fine, he assured her. But down on Earth, things are getting bad. Those hunter fellas have rounded up everyone in Cedar Creek, saying they're protective custody. And some kind of energy shield is spreading out from the ridge. Nothing electronic works within 5 miles of it now. I turned back to the viewport, focusing on the map in my mind. Suddenly, I could see beyond the visible battle, perceiving energy signatures spreading across Earth's surface, Vex technology establishing control points at strategic locations. They're preparing for a full invasion, I realized. They're using the battle as a distraction. The ship rocked again as another blast hit it. The Queen's form expanded, her light hardening into something almost physical. Asterisk, enough of this. Guards, secure the human and prepare for emergency extraction of the map. Asterisk, the 2 Arcturian guards moved toward me, their forms shifting to create what looked like restraining tools. Uncle Jack stepped between us, but they simply passed through him as if he were smoke. Stellar's light flared brighter than I'd ever seen it. Asterisk, Mother, stop this. The map chose him for a reason. The map is a tool, nothing more, the Queen countered. Asterisk, and tools can be misguided. Asterisk, as the guards reached for me, the Nexus map on my arm suddenly activated, spreading its metallic sheen up to my shoulder and across my chest. Knowledge flooded my mind, not just star charts now, but the deep history of the coalition, the true nature of the conflicts that had shaped it, and something else hidden beneath it all. That I raised my transformed arm, and to my shock, the guards stopped moving. The Queen's light flickered with surprise. The map isn't just a record of worlds, I said, understanding coming to me through the flood of information. It's alive. It's connected to every sentient species it catalogs. And it's been waiting for this moment, when the lies became too dangerous to maintain. The viewport expanded until it surrounded us, showing not just the battle above Earth, but simultaneous conflicts erupting across dozens of systems, Vex forces clashing with Arcturian defenders near vulnerable developing worlds. This was never about just Earth, was it? I asked the Queen. The Vex found evidence about all the worlds your family interfered with. This is a full-scale revolution against Arcturian authority. The Queen's light pulsed with cold fury. Asterisk, a revolution built on half-truths and propaganda. The Vex care nothing for those worlds. They only want our power. Asterisk, you're both right, Uncle Jack said quietly. And you're both wrong. That's usually how these things go. He looked at me with sad eyes. The question is, what are you going to do about it, Alex? I felt the map's knowledge continuing to unfold within me, revealing a third option that neither the Queen nor the Vex had considered. I raised my transformed arm again, and the Nexus map projected its light throughout the chamber. The map doesn't belong to the Arcturians or the Vex, I declared. It belongs to all the worlds it connects, including Earth. The metallic sheen spread further across my body, not painfully now but like putting on a second skin. With each passing second, I understood more clearly what needed to be done. Stellar, I turned to her, you've been honest with me even when the truth was painful. Will you stand with me now? Her light pulsed in affirmation. Asterisk, always. Asterisk, the Queen moved toward us. Asterisk, whatever you're planning, stop this foolishness immediately. You cannot possibly understand the forces you're dealing with. Asterisk, maybe not, I admitted. But I understand enough. I reached out with both my mind and my transformed arm, connecting to the ship's systems through the map's interface. The viewport showed Earth again, but now I could see the energy patterns spreading from the quantum ridge, not Vex technology as I'd first thought, but something far older. The outpost, I realized. It wasn't just a communication relay. It was a node in a planetary defense network built by the original Guardians, the ones who came before even the Arcturians. Stellar's light flickered with surprise. Asterisk, the Ancient Ones? Their technology was lost eons ago. Asterisk, not lost, I corrected. Hidden. Waiting for the right moment. I focused my thoughts, channeling the map's knowledge through my transformed body. The ship shuddered again, but not from weapons fire. Below us, the energy spreading from Quantum Ridge had intensified, now visible as a blue-white web encompassing the entire planet. The Queen's light contracted with alarm. Asterisk, what have you done? Asterisk, given Earth a choice. I answered simply. Through the map's connection, I broadcast a message, not just to the leaders of Earth, but to every mind on the planet. A brief, simple explanation of the truth, that we were not alone in the universe, that powerful forces were battling above our world, and that we had a decision to make. The viewport split into thousands of images from around the globe, people looking up at the sky, witnessing the battle through the suddenly transparent atmospheric shields. Governments scrambling, military forces mobilizing, ordinary citizens gathering in stunned groups as they processed what they were seeing. The Ancient Ones believed no species should be dragged into galactic politics before they were ready, I explained. But they also believed no species should be kept ignorant when knowledge could save them. Both the Queen and Stellar watched in astonishment as humans around the world responded, not with universal panic as the Arcturians had always feared, but with the full spectrum of human reactions. Fear, wonder, anger, hope, determination. The network I've activated will protect Earth from both Arcturian and Vex interference for one planetary cycle, I continued. During that time, humanity will decide whether to join the coalition, align with the Vex, or remain independent with the network's protection. Uncle Jack placed a hand on my shoulder, my human shoulder. You sure about this, kid? That's a hell of a responsibility to put on people. I nodded. Better than the alternative. Better than lies. The Queen's light had dimmed to a faint glow. Asterisk, you've disrupted the balance of power throughout the coalition. Countless other worlds will demand the same choice once word spreads. Asterisk, good, I said firmly. The map shows me the truth. Your balance of power has been failing for centuries. The ancients knew something you've forgotten. No lasting peace can be built on deception. I turned to Stellar, whose light pulsed with what I sensed was both concern and pride. I need to go back down there. They'll need someone who understands what's happening. I'll come with you, she offered immediately. I shook my head. Not yet. Your people need you too. The coalition is fracturing, but it doesn't have to collapse. I glanced at the Queen. There's a difference between hiding painful truths and learning from them. The map's energy receded slightly from my chest and face, but remained active along my arm. Through its connection, I could feel the consciousness of billions of beings across thousands of worlds, all linked, all part of a greater community that had been kept in artificial separation for too long. The Ancient Ones didn't disappear, I realized aloud. They evolved beyond physical form. The map isn't just a record, it's their legacy. A way to guide younger species toward a more honest coalition. I turned to Uncle Jack. Ready to go home and help explain to everyone why there's a space battle over Cedar Creek? He chuckled weakly. Not particularly, but I reckon someone's got to do it. The Queen moved forward, her lights still dimmed but her presence commanding. Asterisk, if you activate the ancient network, you cannot undo it. Humanity may not be ready for the knowledge you're giving them. Asterisk, maybe not, I conceded, but that's for us to figure out ourselves. I looked back at the viewport, at the billions of humans now aware they were not alone in the universe. The truth is terrifying, but it's also freeing. Stellar moved to my side, her light brushing against my consciousness with warmth. Asterisk, I will speak for Earth in the Coalition Council. Whatever humanity decides, you will have an advocate. Asterisk, And you'll have one too, I promised her. When you confront the truth about your family's history. The map pulsed again, and a transport platform formed in the center of the chamber, ancient technology responding to my intention. Uncle Jack stepped onto it, then looked back at me expectantly. Coming? I glanced once more at Stellar, memorizing her true form, beautiful and alien and now inexplicably familiar. I'll be back, I told her, not a question but a promise. As I stepped onto the platform beside Uncle Jack, the Queen's voice echoed one last time in my mind. Asterisk, Guardian of Earth, what you've done cannot be undone. I hope your faith in your species is justified. Asterisk, the light engulfed us, and the last thing I saw before we transported down to Earth was Stellar's form brightening with hope. So do I whispered as we descended toward a world forever changed. So do I. Behind us, the battle above Earth had paused, both sides stunned by the activation of the ancient network. Below us, humanity stood at the threshold of a new era, one where we would finally take our place among the stars, not as pawns in an ancient power struggle, but as equals with a voice of our own. And me? I was just a ranch hand who'd befriended a horse that turned out to be an alien princess. Now I had the history of 1,000 civilizations engraved on my arm and the responsibility of helping humanity navigate its first steps into a much larger universe. Uncle Jack nudged my shoulder as we materialized on the ridge where it had all started just days ago. The townsfolk had gathered there, staring up at the spectacle in the sky where the battle had frozen in place. What do we tell them? He asked quietly. That I looked at the transformed ridge, at the ancient technology now humming with renewed purpose beneath our feet, and at the faces of my neighbors, frightened but determined, confused but curious. We tell them the truth, I said, stepping forward. Starting with how I met a mare who wasn't really a horse at all. The next few weeks passed in a blur. Every government on Earth was scrambling to process the revelation that we weren't alone in the universe. The UN established an emergency council for interstellar relations. Scientists from around the world flocked to Cedar Creek to study the ancient technology now humming with life beneath Quantum Ridge. And I found myself reluctantly thrust into the role of humanity's first ambassador to the stars. Uncle Jack handled the chaos better than anyone. He'd set up a command center of sorts in the old barn, coordinating between the townspeople, the military units that had arrived to secure the area, and the steady stream of officials who wanted to talk to me. He'd taken one look at the transformed ridge, shrugged and said, "Well, guess we're dealing with aliens now. Better make some extra coffee." I stood at the edge of the ridge now, watching the sunset paint the sky in shades of orange and pink. The ancient network had created a subtle energy field around Earth that was visible only at dawn and dusk, a shimmering curtain of blue-white light that reminded me of Stellar's true form. "Penny for your thoughts," came a voice behind me. Dr. Eliza Chen, the quantum physicist who'd been assigned to study my transformed arm, joined me at the ridge's edge. That I flexed my fingers, watching the starlight patterns shift beneath the metallic surface. "Just wondering if we're doing the right thing. Having second thoughts about revealing the existence of aliens to all of humanity?" she asked with a wry smile. "Something like that." She leaned against a nearby stone pillar, one of many that had emerged from the ground when the ancient network activated. "You know, in physics we have this concept called the observer effect. The act of observing something changes it. I think what you did was inevitable. Earth couldn't remain unaware forever." "Maybe," I admitted. "But now we have to choose: join the coalition, side with the Vex, or try to remain independent. And we have to decide within the year. That's democracy for you, messy, imperfect, but ours." She patted my normal shoulder. "Better than having the choice made for us by either side." In the distance, I could see the lights of the research camp that had sprung up around the ranch. The government had purchased Uncle Jack's land for a sum that made him whistle when he saw the zeros, but he'd insisted on staying on as site manager. Nobody argued. Turns out when your nephew is connected to ancient alien technology, people tend to respect your wishes. My phone buzzed with a notification, the special one I'd been waiting for. "Excuse me," I told Dr. Chen. "I need to take this." I walked to the center of the ridge, where the ancient technology was strongest, and activated the communication device the map had shown me how to build. A holographic projection flickered to life in front of me. Stellar's form appeared, still in her true Arcturian state but now wearing what appeared to be formal attire, crystalline structures arranged in patterns that the map told me signified her status as a royal envoy. Alex? Her mental voice was warm despite the distance separating us. The Coalition Council has reached a decision. Already? My heart raced. That was fast. Your actions accelerated matters considerably, she replied with what I'd come to recognize as amusement. The revelation of the ancient network on Earth triggered similar activations on 16 other developing worlds. The Council had no choice but to address the situation. And? I held my breath. They've voted to establish a new governing framework. The Arcturian royal family will no longer have unilateral authority over developing worlds. Instead, a representative council will be formed, with members from all species, including newly contacted ones. Relief flooded through me. And the Vex? They've agreed to cease hostilities in exchange for a full accounting of past Arcturian actions and representation on the new council. It's an uneasy truce, but it's holding. Her light dimmed slightly. My mother has abdicated the throne. I will serve as interim representative until proper elections can be held. I'm sorry, I said, knowing how complicated her feelings must be. Don't be. The truth has freed us as much as it has challenged us. My people need to reckon with our history if we're to move forward. Her form shifted closer in the projection. How are things on Earth? Chaotic, I admitted. Frightening. Exhilarating. Some people are terrified, others are thrilled. Religious leaders are debating what it all means. Scientists are having the time of their lives. Politicians are, I shrugged, being politicians. Stellar's light pulsed with what I now recognized as laughter. Sounds like every first contact in Coalition history. How many have there been? Thousands, over millennia. Each unique, each following its own path. Her form grew more serious. The ancient technology you awakened has given Earth an advantage few others had, the ability to enter galactic society on your own terms. I looked down at my transformed arm, the living map still shifting beneath the surface. Any word on how long I'll be, like this? The ancients chose their guardians carefully, Alex. The map will remain with you until Earth no longer needs its protection. She paused. I'll be returning soon as the official Coalition envoy. There's much to discuss about Earth's options. I'll look forward to it, I said, meaning it more than I could express. Her form began to fade as the connection reached its limit. Until then, Guardian of Earth. As her projection disappeared, I turned back toward the research camp where humanity was taking its first steps into a larger universe. Uncle Jack was waiting at the edge of the ridge, 2 cups of coffee in hand. Important alien princess business? He asked, handing me a steaming mug. Something like that? I took a grateful sip. The Coalition's restructuring. Stellar's coming back as their envoy. He nodded sagely. Figured something was up. You get that look when you talk to her, like a lovesick calf. It's not like that, I protested, feeling my face grow warm. She's an evolved being of pure energy and light. Aha. He didn't look convinced. And you're the guy with a star map for an arm. Times change. We stood in comfortable silence, watching the last light fade from the sky as stars appeared overhead, stars that no longer seemed distant and unreachable, but like waypoints on a journey humanity was just beginning. You know, Uncle Jack said finally, when I bought that mare at auction, I was just looking for a good deal on a skittish horse. Never thought she'd turn out to be royalty from another world. He chuckled. Never thought my nephew would end up being humanity's first space ambassador either. I smiled, remembering how simple life had been just weeks ago. I'm still just a ranch hand who got caught up in something bigger than himself. Nah, Uncle Jack shook his head. You're the guardian of Earth now. But that's okay. He clinked his mug against mine. You were always special, kid. Guess the whole universe knows it now too. As we turned to walk back to the ranch, now the most important location on the planet, I took one last look at the stars above. Somewhere up there, Stellar was working to reshape a coalition built on half-truths into something more honest. Down here, I was trying to help humanity prepare for its place among those stars. Not bad for a guy who'd just been trying to gentle a spooky mare on a quiet ranch in the middle of nowhere. Not bad at all.